Assalamu alaikum. All of you have joined. So we are starting our lecture here. Almost three people have joined right now, and we are going towards the lecture. If you want to make notes of the lecture, so please pick a phone and pick a pencil or a pen and a book and write whatever I am saying to you, and start noting down that lecture which I am providing you, whatever the topic is and whatever I am telling you right now. So you have to go and try to make yourself like if you're not doing like something like this is the first class, so you have to note whatever I am right now saying. Most people are right now joining, so please join right now. So we start our lecture. Whatever you have to say, so you have to write in the chat box. Almost the chat is also showing you, so you have to write in the chat whatever the question is, you have to ask me. Write whatever you want to know about me and whatever you want to tell you about me. Still three people are joined. Okay, now seven people have joined right now, so don't leave. And today we are starting with the first lecture, which is introductory. Okay, so Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I hope you all are doing great. First of all, I want to thank you for joining this initiative where you all are starting from initial, and I am also starting from initial, but I have that type of knowledge which I have searched about, and I have do a lot of research, and now we are going toward this. So the fact that you are here means you are serious about your future, and that's the first step towards our success. So congratulations, or you're taking your first step. Address the doubts. So what are your doubts about this, the elephant in the room? Now before we begin, let's be honest. Some of you might be of thinking he is just like us, and how can he teach us? And that's what's completely understandable. But let me tell you something important. I am not here as an expert or professor. I'm just like you, and as a first year student who wants to crack CSS in the future. And the only difference is that I have followed FPSC guidelines, I have gathered information, and I have structured a study plan to make this journey for all of us. Okay, and let's be real. CSS is not an exam you can pass alone. It requires strategy, discipline, and the right study techniques. That's why I created this group, and we all study there. So let's begin. So first of all, the thing is that let's be real, CSS. That's why I created this teach, but to learn together. Stay motivated and support each other so we don't waste time figuring things out. Okay. So what is CSS? First of all, the thing is coming in your mind that what is CSS. So let's define the definition. If you have a pencil and a paper, so you have to write down the notes for your notes. Right? So what is CSS? So what exactly is CSS? Let's keep it simple, right? CSS. So the thing is that I'm not a you a first year student who wants to do CSS, and let this is very frustrating thing for you and me. The thing is that we have to work together, stay motivated, and learn together, help each other in CSS, because CSS is like an exam. It's a big like exam. You don't have to means like you have days for it, and you just have to focus on whatever you are writing right now. And it means that it involves such type of critical thinking and critical reading, critical abilities. You have to build your critical thinking and critical abilities. So let's begin. CSS is Central Superior Service. It's Pakistan's most competitive exam conducted by the Federal Public Service Commission That means that FPSC. The FPSC conduct this type of CSS exam and Service Commission. It is designed to select bureaucrats. If you pass this exam, you will be applied for bureaucrat like PAS, which is Pakistan Administrative Service, and FPS, which is Foreign Service Pakistan, in which like you go for foreign countries, and where you will be appointed as an ambassador, and much like this. And CSP, the Custom Service Pakistan, in which custom like you have to just focus on your areas like this. And the thing is that you have to furthermore study this. Though, so the basic thing is that the bureaucrats who will serve in high level government position like assistant commissioner and office section officer and other civil service roles. Okay, so the thing is that the harsh reality of CSS means that the reality, this is like a reality for the CSS students. Every year around 20,000 to 25,000 apply for CSS, but only around 200 to 300 pass. So the thing is that 25,000 and 20,000 people apply for this type of CSS exam, and the passing ratio is 200 to 300. It means that it is like a tough exam that everyone cannot pass. So some people can pass it, which is like 200 to 300, means this is not a 25 to 30,000. The 2% to 3% or 10%. The 10% people can pass this type of examination. This the passing ratio is like 2% or 3%. Why do so many people and fail? It's not because they are not smart, it's because they start too late. They don't follow a proper plan, they don't practice enough. But here's we have to start. The good news, we are starting very early. While most students begin CSS preparation after graduation, but we are starting from now. This gives us a huge advantage because we can build strong concepts over time, and instead of cramming knowledge from everything in a few months, it's not like this. If you are cramming, you want to learn like cramming everything from like if you're means that you are doing for CSS like you have started the CSS examination. You have just 6 months for preparation, and you are cramming knowledge from everything here and there, and you learn about it CSS, and it's not like 6 months game for you. So you have to like just cram knowledge from everywhere, and then you have to prepare for it. That's not like this. Okay, so the thing is that, but here's the good news, everything in a few months. CSS reform, should be worried about it. Those are thing is that here is another twist is coming in our mind, the CSS reforms, in which they have changed the subject patterns. Like some of you might be wondering, but are not CSS reform confirming? The CSS reform is not like confirmed for now. So yes, the new reforms are expected to be applied soon, but while we don't have the final details yet, here's what we do now. The core subject like English, Pakistan affairs, and current affairs will remain important, and the exam structure might change, but strong concepts like will have always be needed. That's why instead of waiting, we will focus on fundamental subjects that will help us matter no matter what happens. Once official changes are announced, we will adjust accordingly. We must start building our foundation. Why early education preparation is important? Why we are preparing right now? The thing is that there are so many benefits for us to grab right now. Uh, Means that if you are starting, let me give you a simple question. Uh, Let me give you a simple question. Student, I start CSS preparation in the final year of university. He has only 1 year to prepare. Many students are leaving. What do I have to do right now? Why you guys are leaving? It's like a class, man. Students start a CSS preparation in the final year of the university. Okay, he has only 1 year to prepare. He is stressed, rushing through topics, and is struggling to cover everything. And that student B, that's us. We are starting from right now. It starts in the first year. We build strong basics, improve English, and master the general knowledge over 2 to 3 years. We can understand. We can start our basics from right now, and within 2 to 3 years, we will learn more about it. Okay. So, who do you think will pass? Obviously, student B has much higher chance because he started early and prepared smartly. That's what we are doing right now. Instead of waiting for and then panicking later, and we are getting ahead of the competition. So how we will study? The main question come right now, that how we will be studying for the lecture. Now that we understand the importance of early preparation, let's talk about our study roadmap. Our roadmap will be, instead of jumping into random topics, we will take a step by step approach to cover CSS systematically. Okay, so understanding the basic first, what is CSS, exam structure and subjects, how to prepare effectively, and the step 2 is mastering English and general knowledge, English, essay and practice writing. So that we will be discussing right now, because in essay paper most of the students fail in that kind of paper, because this paper is so tough. Okay, the essay paper is so very tough for the students who are beginners and who are right now. So we have to build our grammar, vocabulary and comprehension, general knowledge and current affairs, building core subject knowledge like Pakistan affairs, Islamiyat, international relations and optional subjects. Our goal is not to just study, we want to study smartly. We will also discuss best books and resources, past paper analysis. That is the very important part of our preparation, because past papers are like this. If we study past paper and if we analyze start to analyze our past papers, which are like previous papers that we study right now, and we will analyze that which question is coming right now and which question is not coming, which question come last year and which question is will be coming on the next year. We will also be analyzing that which question will be coming on the next year. So we will start from the structure approach will make learning easier and more effective. So what's our group commitment? Now before we end, I want to say something very important. This group is not just about me, it's about us. This is not just a class where I teach you and you listen. This is a group where we all study together and we all support each other. If one of us finds a useful resource, we share it. If someone struggles with a topic, we help them together. We will keep each other accountable and motivated. Consistency is the key. Like CSS is not just about intelligence, it's about consistency. Even if we study for 1 hour a day, and that's 7 hours a week and 30 hours a month, over time this small effort will turn into a big success. So the I know CSS seems difficult for everyone. I know it feels like only genius people can pass it, but that's not true. The real difference between those who pass and those who don't is smart preparation and consistency. So let's make a promise to stay committed, to keep learning and to support each other on this journey. If we do that, I am confident that some of us will become future CSP officers. Interaction, like I want to hear from you any doubts, concern or question. In our next session we will discuss CSS syllabus in detail and how to create an effective study schedule. So if you have any suggestion on how we can improve the session, let me know. This structure will make your first lecture very engaging, motivational and well organized. So this was our first class in which we will just we have discovered the introduction part and what I am. So I have just forgot about introducing myself. I am Shas Mansoor and I am here to teach you about CSS and you guys have to just focus on how I am teaching and which material I am providing you, and for what you have to study, what is smart study, and what is like CSS syllabus is what. So I am just here for you. This was just introductory class, and we have discussed about what is CSS and what kind of this. Just yes, the one thing is later that I have to just say you that what kind of syllabus is coming and how many subjects are there, what you have to do for this, and so we have just started right now. So just wait for a minute. Yes, wait, I am just researching about that my topic FPSC. You have to also search on this. First of all, the search FPSC on the Google and go for their website. You will be reaching on that website of the FPSC, where you will find all of the details about it and you can learn more about it. Okay, so let's go and search on the Google FPSC. FPSC, Federal Public Service Commission. I am also researching about it, and I have done a lot of research on this. Only one people are watching, the one student who is committed to this type of CSS exam. So you have joined, so please share that link on the WhatsApp group so we all have the access. So the thing is that for about CSS we have just studied about it, the written exam, the psychological assessment. So let's discuss about the paper pattern. No one have joined. Please, anyone can join. Wait a minute. Let's go for the facts. Like everyone can be asking the questions, what is CSS and why it is let's go for the first question. How can I prepare for FPSC exam? Preparation should focus on syllabus, outline for the specific position, study relevant subjects, review past paper if available. Past papers are not available to you. I am sharing to you all of the past papers which are included in the CSS exam. So I have just collected that past paper and will be sharing on that group. Preparation should focus on the syllabus outline for this specific position, study relevant subjects, and review past papers if available. Past papers are still not available. I am just sharing the past papers with you, and you guys can prepare from that past paper questions and consider joining preparation courses or study groups. FPSC also provides guidelines and sample papers that can be useful. Okay, so that's how to address or communicate the concerns with FPC. All correspondence must be addressed to the Secretary, Federal Public Service Commission, Islamabad, by designation and not by name. No application or letter addressed to chairman, member, or an officer or other than the Secretary of the Commission will be estimated. So, what kind of this we are studying for? What are the eligibility criteria? Eligibility criteria for the CSS exam is that you have to just done the bachelor's graduation with the second division. Second division means that you all guys can know, you all guys know about that what is second division in the graduation and what is first division and what is third division. So you have to just do the second division in the CSS, and the age limit is that from 21 to 30. 21 to 30 your age will be for the CSS exam. And the thing is that you must be a graduate, but we are now, right now we are in the first year, and first year students, so we have 3 years for study, 3 years for preparation. And if we do the preparation for just 3 years, we will be able to achieve more. In 3 years there are golden time period for us to achieve more. And the thing is that, so eligibility criteria, that was that I have discussed right now. The 20 graduation must be with second division, and the age limit is 21 to 30. And the subjects, now go for the subject. There are 12 subjects, in which 6 subjects are optional, 6 subjects are compulsory. And the compulsory subjects are English essay, English precis and composition, and 3 subjects more, which are of general knowledge. The first general knowledge is general science and ability. The general science and ability is the first general knowledge paper, and the second is current affairs, and the third is Pakistan affairs, and the sixth one is Islamia. These all 6 subjects are compulsory for us, and the 6 subjects are optional. So in optional subjects, we have to just focus on which subject is more score trending. We have to just focus on that which subject is more scoring in optional subject. So how to select that optional subject? The optional subject selection is just like tricky. So you have to just focus on which subject is more scoring. This scoring trend is high for that subject, so you have to then join for that subject. Mostly the USA, mostly the USA history, which is more like which has more impact on USA history is more score trending, scoring subject. So you have to select that USA subject, USA history. The second thing is that environmental science, which is more score trending, and gender studies, criminology. Mostly Mostly there is another exam like the CSS and gender studies, which is more scoring subject, and criminology. And mostly student chose in the last group, which is of languages and and other applied studies. So in which you have to select for that language whichever you know, and you guys are able to write on that particular language. It is not like that if you are knowing that language you have to choose that language. If you are using Punjabi language as your language, as your own language, the thing is that Punjabi language is not like you have just built upon this. You have to know, you have known that knowledge, and you are right now you are studying from it. The thing is that you have to just focus on which language you know, and in which language you just write that language in your own words, and in which knowledge you can extract from it. And the thing is that these will be completed right now. And the scoring trend optional subjects we can select. This was introductory class, and right now I am ending that class. We will be starting our lecture from tomorrow, and there will be a lot of in the lecture. So you have to just focus on how we can build confidence and stay motivated. And you don't have to leave the group. And right now there were 4 members who are watching the live, and right now there is one member. I have seen that many people are not confident and not motivated to see. They are not just motivated to see the first lecture or first introductory course. So how you guys can build the knowledge for the further studies? There are 3 years for us, 3 years for us to prepare, and you guys are not serious about the first year, and you are in the first year. That will be more encompassing, that you have to just be serious, and then you guys all guys can be successful in whatever you want. and hopefully you just have enjoyed that live. And if you feel any kind of the question, any question is coming in your mind, you just have to ask in that our study group, and I will be replying to every question which will be asking on the group. So keep motivated and stay motivated, and we will be starting our first lecture from tomorrow. And thank you for right now. Allah Hafiz.